Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're stepping back, way back, over 1,000 years into the Tang Dynasty, and we're going to explore a masterpiece of Chinese poetry, He Zhizhang's Ode to the Willow. But before we translate a single word, let's just take a moment and appreciate the poem as, well, as a piece of visual art.
It's just beautiful on the page, isn't it? Our goal today is to really unpack the layers of meaning behind these characters and show you exactly why this poem has captivated readers for centuries. Okay, let's dive into this. And, to really understand the poem, we first have to get into the poet's state of mind.
Yeah, this is so important. This isn't just a poem about a tree. It's a poem written from a place of just immense joy. He Zhizhang had spent most of his life as an official in the capital, away from home. So get this, in 744 AD, at 85 years old, he finally gets permission to retire and go home. Can you even imagine that feeling? The source material puts it perfectly, like a bird freed from its cage. Right, and it was in that state of pure happiness, seeing the very first signs of spring in his beloved homeland, that he wrote this poem. The context is everything. Okay, so now that we have that context, let's experience the poem itself. We're going to read it line by line. I'll read the original Chinese so you can hear its music, and then you'll hear the English.
Biyu 装成一树高. And in English, a tall tree dressed in jasper green.
Second line, 万条垂下缕丝挑, which becomes 1,000 branches dropping, green silk ribbons.
And the third, 不知细叶谁裁出, and the translation, who, I wonder, cut out these fine leaves?
And the final line, 2月春风似剪刀. In English, the spring wind of the second moon is like a pair of scissors. Just beautiful. Wow. Now let's deconstruct that imagery and really see how the poet builds this incredible picture.
All right, the poem opens with this, just brilliant personification. Let's look at that first line again. Biyu chang chang ishu gao, or a tall tree dressed in jasper green. And the key here is that term biyu. It has this wonderful double meaning that is, well, it's absolutely central to the entire poem.
So on one level, he's just describing the tree's vibrant green color, right? He's comparing it to jade. Simple enough. But, and this is the magic, on a deeper level, he's transforming the entire willow tree into a beautiful young woman dressed up and just full of life. This is where you see the poet's creative genius at work. And that second line, 1,000 branches dropping, green silk ribbons, just extends this whole metaphor. The long flowing willow branches, they become the silk ribbons on this maiden's dress. So here's the crucial point. In just 2 lines, He Zhizhang has painted a complete picture of a vibrant living figure. We're not talking about a static tree anymore.
Okay, let's move to the second half of the poem, because this is where it really built. The poet is just marveling at these delicate new leaves, and he asks a question. Yeah, he's expressing just pure wonder. I mean, each leaf is so perfectly shaped, it looks like it was meticulously cut out by a master artisan. So he asks, but who could it be? And the final line, it just gives us this absolutely stunning answer.
What an incredible image. The invisible, formless spring wind is suddenly given this concrete, tangible identity. It's an artist. It's a tailor whose scissors have crafted the beauty of the entire tree. So, when you put it all back together, it becomes so clear that this poem is so much more than just an ode to a willow. Exactly. It's really a celebration of the creative power of nature itself. And it's all seen through the eyes of this man who is just filled with the joy of coming home.
The poem builds this absolutely incredible narrative, right? The tree is a beautiful woman, her branches are silk ribbons, and her leafy dress was literally cut by the spring wind's scissors. And that feeling of seeing the world renewed and feeling the sense of wonder at the forces behind it all, that's something we can all connect with. Doesn't matter if it's 744 AD or today.
So the next time you see those first signs of spring, maybe you'll think of He Zhizhang's willow, and it kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? What invisible force of nature do you see as an artist? The frost on a window, or maybe the waves shaping a shoreline. This poem, it invites us to find the artist that's all around us.